Welcome to this operations management video where I'm going to provide an overview of total quality management, also known as TQM. TQM had wide attention and acceptance during the 1980s and 1990s. It has since been overshadowed by ISO 9000, lean manufacturing, and Six Sigma. However, it's still out there, it's still being used, it's just not getting the press that it's got in the past, and it's still a valuable component to your quality management program. TQM was developed by Dr. Edward Deming. It is a philosophy that involves everyone in an organization in a continual effort to improve quality and achieve customer satisfaction. It looks at eliminating errors in manufacturing, streamlining your supply chain management, improving the customer experience, and excellent employee training. It has three key philosophies. One, continuous improvement. And one of the things that you're going to see as you talk about various things related to quality management, that continuous improvement is almost always a component of whatever philosophy you're talking about. Two, involvement of everyone at the organization. And number three, the goal is customer satisfaction. That means that you have to have marketing involved in this because marketing is your customer interface. They're the ones that will tell you whether your customers are satisfied or not. The overall steps to TQM are as follows. 1. Find out what the customer wants, and again, that's the job of marketing. 2. Design a product or service that meets or exceeds the customer wants. 3. Design a process that facilitates doing the job right the first time, whether it's making a product or delivering a service. 4. Keep track of your results. This is going to end up being part of what we're going to call data-driven decision-making. 5. Extend these concepts to your suppliers. In other words, work backwards in the supply chain. Make sure that top management is involved, otherwise nothing will happen. There are 10 major elements of TQM. 1. Continuous improvement, always getting better. As I mentioned, that's a component of almost everything in quality. 2. Competitive benchmarking. That's where you compare yourself to your competitors to see how good of a job you're doing relative to your competitors. 3. Employee empowerment, so they can make decisions to keep the customer happy without having to go through management. 4. A team approach, in other words, get all of the employees involved. 5. Decisions based on facts, otherwise known as data-driven decision-making. 6. Knowledge of the tools, and I have a separate video on the 8 major tools of quality management. 7. Supplier quality, working on your supply chain. 8. A TQM champion. At larger organizations, this would be called a black belt. 9. Quality at the source. This is where workers do their own inspections. 10. Treating your suppliers as partners, not people you're trying to bid with to get the lowest possible price. There are some obstacles to implementing a successful TQM program. 1. A lack of a company-wide definition of quality. This can be a particular problem when marketing isn't involved, so everyone's trying to guess what the customer wants. 2. A lack of a strategic plan for change, getting from where you are now to where you need to be to satisfy the customer. 3. A lack of customer focus, in other words, doing what you think is best, not what the customer wants. 4. Poor intra-organizational communications, the various departments in the company not talking to each other well. 5. A lack of employee empowerment, which ends up meaning that management has to make all the decisions, and that's slow and complicated. 6. Having a view of quality as a quick fix as opposed to a long-term goal. 7. An emphasis on short-term financial results rather than long-term results. That's a problem with a lot of American companies, and it's one that they need to overcome if they want to be successful in the world market. 8. Too much internal politics. This can lead to departments within the company trying to do what's best for the department rather than what's best for the customer. 9. A lack of strong motivation to have high quality. 10. Being so busy trying to get product out the door that you lack the time to devote to quality initiatives. Always rushing around to get the next shipment shipped. 11. Lack of leadership. In other words, top management is not involved. If you enjoyed this video, please click like and consider subscribing to this channel.